Okay, in this video we're going to go over how to wrap up an outing and figure out the skins and the scoring. An outing, or it could be a tournament. Most likely it's a tournament, something along those lines. Now this is a spreadsheet that I made up on my own and I am really proud of it. Down here we've got all the team names. So as the teams go out, you could start filling this in well before they start coming in. So when they bring their scorecard in, you can just take a look and find the appropriate team here to type their scores in. Obviously, here we have all the holes up here, and this will total it. Now you look at the scorecard. So for example, Team John 4, we're just going to make up some scores here. Now, did you see how that one went pink? It went pink because it's the one lone score on that hole, which means that's a skin. So this spreadsheet will actually highlight all the skins. If you've ever had to do this with the pressure on, you know it's hard to scan this and having people hover around you to see if they want a skin or not. This alleviates all of that. You just type it in and it'll figure it out on its own. And as you can see, these other ones that we've already had typed in, these are all skins. Somebody got an ace on hole number 6. Eventually then, once all the scores are typed in, we want to go here and we've got ascending order, and now they're all in order. So we have a tie for first, we have a tie for second, three-way tie, and it goes from there. Now, what happens if a team is not in skins? If a team is not in skins, just put a blank here. Because if they're not in skins, we don't want them influencing if somebody else gets bumped for a skin, or if someone else, or we don't want to award them a skin. What you could do is you could type them all in. It'll come up with a score for you. Then just manually type it in, and then just check all these. Okay. Really, you could really eyeball it. Most of the time when somebody does not get into skins, usually it's because they're not the greatest golfers, and rarely does someone who doesn't enter skins win the tournament. So you don't have to be too precise. You do want to make sure you count the scores up as accurately as possible, obviously. But that's how that works. And again, you don't want to put their scores in here because you don't want that influencing any of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pink cells, which means 5. Here's another one. That's 6 skins right there. So that's how that works. This is how to wrap up a tournament or outing in the scoring sheet. We'll want to make sure we put this up on one of the display monitors at Morrison Lake or at Arrowhead. That way everyone can see it. What I found is if people can see the progress that you're making in figuring out the scores, they're a lot more patient. They become very impatient if they're just left in the dark and you're figuring it out. You could be figuring it all out and being super efficient, but people still will be antsy. And a lot of that has to do with the teams don't always get in all at once. There's always 1 or 2 teams that lag. Therefore, you can't figure anything out, specifically the skins, until they're in. There's nothing worse than that. So at the start, that's why it's important to make sure everyone plays in a timely fashion. So that's that. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know and we'll get it going.